Rangers have made a significant move in the transfer window, and it's one that could set the tone for what's shaping up to be a very busy summer at Ibrox. According to fresh reports coming out, the club has now reached an agreement for a new defender. And while the identity of the player hasn't been confirmed just yet, the timing of the deal says a lot. It's early June, the players are still enjoying their off-season, and already the board and technical staff are pressing ahead with key decisions behind the scenes. That tells you everything about the urgency and focus within the club. After a season of ups and downs, near misses, and big frustrations, Rangers know that hesitation is not an option this time around. The Champions League qualifiers are looming large, and if the club wants to hit the ground running, it needs to be ahead of the game, not reacting to it. This agreement for a defender, likely one to strengthen the heart of the backline, marks one of the first visible steps of Russell Martin's tenure. The new manager was unveiled just yesterday, but the gears have clearly been turning for weeks. He's wasted no time in laying out his plans, and now the process of reshaping the squad is officially underway. There's a quiet determination in the way the club is going about its business. No grandstanding, no overhype, just purposeful moves being made to address the weaknesses that were so evident last season. And supporters can feel it. There's a sense that something's building something different. Whether that turns into silverware come May is another story, but for now the intention is there for all to see. Martin, for his part, is embracing the pressure and expectation. In his first media appearance, he spoke with clarity and conviction about what this job means to him. He didn't dance around the subject. He said plainly that Rangers was the one job he truly wanted, not because of convenience or opportunity, but because of what the club represents. The size, the stature, the history, and the weight of expectation, that's what drew him in. And maybe even more importantly, he feels he has unfinished business at Ibrox. Having had a short spell as a player here that didn't go the way he hoped, Martin now wants to write a different chapter. He's determined to lead, to inspire, and to bring success. That sort of mindset, passionate and purposeful, could be exactly what this squad needs heading into a defining campaign. Looking ahead, it's clear that recruitment is going to be key. Rangers don't just need a couple of tweaks. This is going to be a real rebuild. Martin admitted as much, saying there are specific areas that need to be strengthened quickly and decisively before the first leg of the Champions League. Qualifier arrives in late July. It's a short runway to get things right, but the club is already acting. The manager also added that he's open to being surprised by the players already at the club, suggesting that the change in system and philosophy might unlock potential that wasn't previously visible. But make no mistake, reinforcements are needed, and they're coming. Martin expects at least 1 or 2 new faces before that all-important first competitive fixture, and if this defensive signing is anything to go by, more deals could be on the horizon sooner rather than later. Meanwhile, there's a major development involving one of last season's headline signings. Dutch defender Robin Prupper, who joined Rangers just a year ago from FC Twente, appears to be on his way out. Reports from the Netherlands suggest that he's reached an agreement to return to his former club with a 3-year contract reportedly on the table. While the specifics of the deal remain under wraps, the momentum is unmistakable. It looks like Prupper's time in Glasgow is coming to an early end. He was brought in last summer as an experienced presence at the back, someone who could fill the leadership void left by Connor Goldson. And while he had his moments, including a standout performance in that unforgettable 3-0 firm win over Celtic back in January, consistency proved elusive. Prupper made 39 appearances in all competitions, scoring twice, but he never quite seemed to adapt fully to the physical intensity of the Scottish Premiership. Injuries disrupted his rhythm, and there were growing concerns about his ability to anchor the backline in the way the team needed. Criticism followed, and although there were flashes of promise, the move didn't quite deliver what many had hoped. If the transfer back to Twente goes through, he'll be leaving before even getting the chance to work under Russell Martin. It's a reminder that football waits for no one, and that the rebuild under the new boss is already reshaping the squad from day one. As Prupper potentially exits, Rangers fans will be eager to see who comes in to take his place. The club is clearly targeting the kind of player who can handle the demands of Scottish football. Strong, mobile, and ideally someone with leadership qualities. The Champions League qualifier isn't just an early test, it's a statement game. Success there could provide the platform for the rest of the season, while failure would cast immediate doubt on the new era. Martin knows this, and that's why every signing, every decision carries so much weight right now. It's not just about numbers or positions, it's about building a team that can fight for trophies from the very start. Off the pitch, there's also been a call for patience and unity. Former manager Philippe Clement, who was let go earlier this year, has spoken publicly for the first time since his departure. His message was clear for Rangers to challenge Celtic and restore consistency. Everyone, from fans to boardroom, needs to stick together and give the new leadership time to implement their vision. Clement pointed out the instability that has plagued the club in recent years, from financial uncertainties to managerial changes, and urged the current regime to learn from those mistakes. He also touched on his own experience, saying the short-term nature of his stint made it difficult to build something lasting despite winning the League Cup during his time in charge. There's a lot of truth in what Clement said. Rangers haven't just been competing against Celtic on a pitch, they've been battling themselves off it. Ownership changes, strategy shifts, and an endless churn of players and managers have made it nearly impossible to build momentum. Now under a new ownership structure and with Martin at the helm, there's a real chance to reset. But it won't happen overnight. The Champions League tie is a massive hurdle, yes, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. What really matters is what comes after. The ability to grow, adapt, and improve throughout the season. And that only happens when there's stability, belief, and a clear direction from the top down. So while this new defensive signing might seem like just another transfer on the surface, it actually represents something bigger. It's a signal of intent. Rangers aren't standing still. They're not waiting for problems to arise. They're getting ahead of them. With the squad set to return for preseason training later this month, time is short. But if this early activity is any indication, the club is ready to meet the challenge head-on. The rebuild is underway, the pieces are starting to fall into place, and for the first time in a while there's genuine excitement in the air at Ibrox. The buzz around Ibrox is only getting louder as Russell Martin begins to lay down the foundations of his new project, and with more transfer activity expected in the coming weeks, the squad that returns for preseason might already look very different from the one that ended last season. Martin's approach so far has been methodical but ambitious. He's not just looking to patch holes, he wants to build a team in his own image, one capable of playing the kind of football he believes in. That means energy, organization, intelligence, and above all, belief. His message has been clear from the start. He's not here just to manage, he's here to transform. And make no mistake, the scale of the task is significant. Rangers are coming off a campaign that ended in disappointment. Despite flashes of promise, they fell short in both the league and the Scottish Cup. Celtic were the more consistent side, and once again lifted the major honours. That fact alone has left a sour taste among the supporters, and the new manager knows he's not being handed a blank slate. There's frustration in the stands, impatience even, and Martin will need to win people over quickly, not just with words but with performances. That first Champions League qualifier could be a turning point one way or the other. The fixture list may not be out yet, but the calendar is already shaping the urgency of the rebuild. By the time the first leg of the Champions League qualifier kicks off in late July, Rangers will have had only a few weeks of training under Martin. That's a tight window to implement a new style build chemistry and integrate new signings. It's why the club is pushing hard behind the scenes to get deals over the line early. Every extra day with new players in the building is valuable. Every training session counts. And while supporters are eager to see marquee names arrive, it's just as important that the signings fit the profile. Not just technically, but mentally. Martin's system demands total commitment, positional discipline, and a willingness to take risks. That kind of football is not for everyone, and the manager will be looking closely at personalities as much as abilities. There's also the financial reality to consider. While the new American ownership group has injected fresh optimism, there's still a budget to respect. Rangers are not operating with limitless resources, and smart recruitment will be essential. That means identifying undervalued talent players with potential resale value and experienced leaders who can add stability right away. The exit of Robin Prupper, if finalized, will open up wages and space in the squad, but it also creates pressure to get the replacement right. There's no time for gambles. Every piece of the puzzle has to fit. Martin's honesty in interviews has been refreshing. He's acknowledged that he doesn't have all the answers yet, that some players might surprise him in preseason while others could struggle to adapt. He's also made it clear that while he has ideas, he won't be rigid. If the group responds well to certain setups, he's willing to adjust. That sort of flexibility could be vital in the early stages of the season when results matter just as much as performances. But what's non-negotiable is the attitude. Martin wants a squad that reflects the passion of the supporters, hungry, aggressive, unafraid of the pressure. And in Glasgow, pressure comes with every kick of the ball. The return to FC Twente for Prepper, if confirmed, would underline just how quickly things can change in football. A year ago, he was seen as a cornerstone of the backline. Now he could be gone without ever playing under the new boss. It's a reminder that no one's place is guaranteed. Whether you're a recent signing or a longtime squad member, everyone starts fresh under Martin. That reality will hit home when our preseason begins. Players will be fighting not just for places in the starting 11, but for their future at the club. Outside the pitch, the spotlight has also returned to the boardroom. The ownership change earlier this year raised hopes for a more stable and forward-thinking era at Ibrox. The decision to bring in Martin, a relatively young manager with a clear philosophy, fits that narrative. He's not a stopgap. He's here to build, and if the club gives him the tools and the time, there's reason to believe he can deliver. But it will take unity. The fans who have seen false dawns before will need to buy in. That means backing the manager even when results don't immediately go their way. Because this isn't about just winning the next match. It's about building something sustainable. Philippe Clement, now watching from a distance, made that very point in his first UK interview since leaving the job. He spoke about the importance of patience, of giving a project the time it needs to grow. Clement, despite winning a domestic trophy, saw his time at Rangers cut short due to the club's broader struggles. His words carry weight because he's lived it. He's seen how quickly things can unravel when short-term thinking takes over. For Martin to succeed, the club will need to resist that temptation. The path forward will not be without setbacks. But if the foundation is strong, if the process is respected, the rewards could be massive. There's no question that Celtic are the team to beat. Their dominance in recent years has been built on consistency, not just on the pitch, but off it. Rangers have the chance now to emulate that, to create their own version of stability and success. It won't happen overnight, but it can happen if the right decisions are made now. Every training session, every transfer, every small choice in these coming weeks will play a role in defining the season ahead. As it stands, Russell Martin is saying the right things and moving in the right direction. The early signing of a defender, the clarity of his interviews, the focus on fitness and mentality, it's all pointing toward a club that is ready to reset. And with the first competitive match less than 2 months away, the countdown has already begun. Whether it's enough to close the gap at the top remains to be seen. But the process is underway. The rebuild is real. And for the Rangers faithful, hope, cautious as it may be, is back. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. There's a growing rumor in Govan that Nathan Patterson could well be making a sensational return to Rangers. Whispers have been swirling around Ibrox this week, with some sources suggesting that the talented right-back is set to become the club's newest recruit. While nothing official has been confirmed by the club nor the players' representatives, the prospect has certainly set tongues wagging among the Gers faithful. Patterson, a product of the Rangers Academy, left the club to pursue his career down south, where he gained valuable experience and continued to develop his game at the highest level. But now, it seems there might be a chance that the prodigal son is on his way back home. Insiders claim that negotiations are quietly underway, with both parties keen on making the move happen. The timing of this potential transfer has only added fuel to the fire, as Rangers are reportedly looking to bolster their defensive options ahead of the new season. The club's hierarchy are said to be admirers of Patterson's athleticism, technical ability, and his deep-rooted connection to the club. After all, few know the demands and expectations of playing at Ibrox better than Patterson himself. Speculation intensified after Patterson was spotted in Glasgow earlier this week, sparking excitement and hope among supporters desperate for a marquee signing. Could this be more than just a social visit? The rumor mill certainly thinks so, though as ever in football, nothing is certain until the scarf is held aloft at the press conference. For now, Rangers fans will have to bide their time and see if this tantalizing possibility materializes. Should it come to pass, Patterson's return would not only strengthen the squad, but also provide a powerful emotional lift for the supporters. After all, there's something special about a homegrown talent coming back to the club where it all began. Only time will tell if these rumors hold any weight, but one thing's for sure. The idea of Nathan Patterson donning the famous blue jersey again has certainly got Galvin buzzing. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.